Hi, my name is Kristen DeBenko, and this is the 15.3 kickoff for the Foundations team at GitLab. We've got 3 themes in this release, and it's going to be an exciting one. In 15.2, the team, mostly Austin, created 5 new concepts for our North Star for navigation. This is extremely exciting, and I encourage everyone to watch the video if you get the chance. I've linked it here off the planning issue, where we go through all 5 concepts. And there's also notes that are linked, but this will help set the direction for all of navigation. So this is really important work. In 15.3, we're going to take those 5 concepts and pare them down to 2 to 3 that will go through user testing and potentially some more solution validation as we need. It doesn't mean that we won't take some of the ideas from some of the other ones as well. Like it's still up in the air. So there's still room for feedback with the team, and everyone can kind of catch up and kind of see where we are. So at 15.3, we'll figure out what's next. The testing of these will probably spill into 15.4, we'll see, but the goal right now is to try to get at least one of them or 2 tested in 15.3 or 15.4. So that's the big update for navigation from the design side. In terms of design system, we've got a big effort in this release to burn down our open issues that we had from the quad planning exercise. So there's a lot of issues that were found in our backlog. Thankfully, not a lot of them were P1s or 2s, but a lot of older issues, a lot of with severity 3s and 4s. And these now have all been scheduled in 15.3 or pushed out. For some of the big ones, such as filtered search, that's one that actually is massive and would create a whole epic. So for some of them, we're still deciding where we're going to go. But that's the second theme, is that we will take this list, burn it down, and then over the next 2 to 3 quarters, or 2 to 3 releases, hopefully we'll have that the report kind of burned down to 0. And then the final theme is to support the cross-division OKRs with drop-down component conversion, specifically the list box and the disclosure, which are 2 types of drop-downs, and creating SEMGREP rules for 5 pajamas components to aid in the scaling of the future of pajamas. So basically what this means is we are going to do the discovery for drop-downs and figure out which teams would need to be assigned to fix the drop-downs. We're getting into territory with our pajamas components now where they're a lot more complex. And so they're not just one-offs like little alerts and things like that. They're usually deeply embedded with a lot of logic. Drop-down lists are a lot more effort from an engineering side to make sure that you cover all of the bases. So our team will lead the charge to get those ones at least to a point where we can hand them off to the teams who own that code. And then the SEMGREP rules, this is how we're going to scale. So every time we find the components in the code base, we're actually saving all of those SEMGREP searches. It's like a regex search into our code scanning prototype, so we can keep track of how many of them still exist. Up until now, after we do these pajamas efforts, we can still go back through on the issues and find the regex that was used, but now we're going to be plugging that into a system and hopefully coming up with a really cool way to scale that forward, maybe give some reporting, maybe some features in GitLab that do something like that. So it's exciting that at this point now with our design system, we're going to start making it be more scalable. So those are the 3 main themes. I've got some short-term roadmap looking ahead. We shifted the release of our MVC. I moved it back to 15.4, but this is probably going to go to 15.5 or 6. And you can see the progress we've made across on our navigation fixes. In this release, we're also be looking at some menu evaluation, which kind of got put on hold while we're doing North Star. So we've got a lot of cool things happening in 15.3. And the rest of the issue is grouped up by validation and build track, and we've got all of our quad planning at the bottom. So high level, that's it for 15.3. We're ready to kick off and get started, and it's going to be a great milestone. Thank you.